hold her down. Just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. To hold her down, just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony. Streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding loud and free, or run away in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. She left behind the life she knew, chasing dreams and skies of blue. No more chains to hold her down, just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. goodbye. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. To hold her down, just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. To hold her down, just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding loud and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind.
Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. For those of you tuning in for the first time, my name is Cassie Morgan. I'm a hitchhiking drifter VTuber, and tonight we're playing Final Fantasy XIV again. So let's go ahead and get started. Oh god damn it, not again. This fucking ring. Oh, great. Ugh. The oh, now it decides to oh, for fuck's sake, it's not working. Hold on. What the hell? What the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake, you piece of shit. I hate this thing. No, it's my controller is not responding. Or it's not responding to my controller input. It's stuck on, yeah, hello DA, it's stuck on, it's stuck on, desktop, controls. Goddamn piece of shit. And it crashed. But yeah, that's just the, that just plays whenever it takes too long in the menu. You can think of it like the equivalent of a screensaver for the game. See. Shit. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's still doing it. Oh, god damn it, not again. Yeah, I'm using a Steam controller, like I've always been doing. What is this bullshit? Hmm. Oh, let's see. Hmm. Finally, it's working. At first, we're stuck in queue though. Hmm. 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 Let's see. I trust that thy time at Marial ergonomics did bear fruit. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlotte and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every lock right there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. Anyway. Okay, where are we going next? Oh, good, it's right next to the teleport point. Five. Yes, Cassie, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Ethereus at Logisticon Alpha, that's why. The forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Mm-hmm. Let's see, you should see the forest of the first. One was purple. Gas, I say. I'm sure it's so wonderful. It comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was able to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. Aw. How ridiculous it must seem to you, trying so hard, yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thank crud. Oh, you know what to do, D-Haze. How did thou fare? I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded with an interruption here, without interruption here. Despite the news of coming in, we have the forum's leadership to thank for that. It doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work. Equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. What the hell? It froze up. Hold on. I also noticed that my overlays disappeared. That's weird. Shit. Hold on. And as for you, goodbye. Can't. Perhaps not, though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Mm-hmm. If you shoot to people, I'm honored that you could think me so capable. I'm not so sure that I'm up for the challenge, or up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. Would you say so? I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the western closet. Looks to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. Tis as good a place as any. Come. Mm. Oh, can I help you? That's when I realized DNA has been tampered with. It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray tell us thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say what they say of the ship that is the sum of the decades of Charlene's ingenuity that is built with fearless elegant technology is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight or the one after that. Mm-hmm. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening. But it hardly matters. We thought the afterburner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay the fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well, you can tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform their tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatial temporal spell to regulate the environment, but what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Hmm. Gravitation. Maybe I can be of help after all. But there's not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, and if you consider them as part of one big cosmos rather than separate places. And that's when I realized the DNA has been tampered with. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. If the Anchorage Trail be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. I prevail upon it. An excellent idea, if I say so myself. There is not that we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Viserys, and more about them while we're at it. So glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Cassie, thou hast the gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce them each to a suitable operate. I do so look forward to that. A place for every operate, and every operate in their place. Okay, where are we going there? The hell, this whole area has quests. Holy shit. We have to cover this entire area. Oh. Look, no hands. Oh, for fuck's sake, let me have this shortcut. Unconcerned Gleaner. Apologies, but I'm awaiting a delivery. Whatever it is, we'll have to wait. It seems the Gleaner's too busy to chat for his benefit or otherwise. Okay. Well, I forgot I have this. Oh, let's see. Vagabond. Actually, I wonder if I can use my, Respondent Engineer. Just leave me to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I suppose I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under pressure? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly? Oh, then there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. And I can't wait to see what the ship looks like. Principal researcher. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that our collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on gods know what, made by gods know who. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing. I hope they like questions. Maybe for that. Let's see, what would be best suited for the... Well, we're in the steampunk land, might as well. See, I fit right in. Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void since plated as a piano. My feet and knees are as dumb as cymbals, too. The Gleaner seems fine if in need of a break. Let's go to the staff first. Grimacing Naturalist. That's my face? What's wrong with my... Ow, perhaps I am a bit tense. A task with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loporits in our discussions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will. Thank you. Perhaps their biology itself might offer some clue as well. Please don't dissect them. Ponderous mathematician. Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo you can consolidate into fewer trips. Should the Aether burner make our original estimates unfeasible? But there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. How may I help you? My, what a lovely idea. I too noticed the people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out to pick some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need only track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope you plan to cheer everyone up goes well. This woman is doing better than you are. But, oh my god. Blasted assistants, where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time or for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... Well, operates are willing to help. Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sock. My god, jeez, man. Ow. Here, scribe administrator. Yes, you idiot. Have you seen an envelope flying about? This imbecile refused to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you. And you wasted enough of my time already. Whatever, Mr. Clean. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loporits. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and I can't read that word. But to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in that great expanse is beyond any of us. Think of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Okay, just 2 more. Where the fuck are you guys? Not that one. Not there. Oh, here's one. Calm researcher. Worries. Now I believe I'm finding you. I've been confiding in my colleagues and it's helped a lot. Can't recommend it though. Oh, sorry, can't recommend it enough. This researcher already has the support she needs. Is it just me or is Fenrir a lot slower than I remember? Hold on, I need to double check something. Okay. Wait a minute. Was that one of, Master, Master Matoya's, frog familiars? What the hell is it doing here? Oh, here we go. Concerns me there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much slower. This woman seems to be coping well. What the hell? Oh. The previous researcher. Ah. Aha! Aha! The end of the world is nigh. If the work goes on no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. Oh, I asked her. And yet, I've never felt so alive. This one is beyond your help. Only sleep can save her now. Oh. Distract a researcher. 56 bunches of weeds in the ground. 56 bunches of weeds. Rip went out. Add to the mound. 55 bunches of weeds in the... I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, but then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk. And then I noticed these weeds and... pleasant conversation partners and oh so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Okay, just one more. Sooner I'm done with this wild goose chase, the better. Ow. let's see. Oh, where's the last one? Something over here. Yeah, there's no point in doing the fate. I'm already at max level for this DLC. I have to buy the Dawn Trail DLC to progress any further. Yeah, I've mentioned it twice, or I think 3 times since this already. Come on, where the fuck are you, little bitch? Oh, there's some of these doors open. Okay, time to check every single door. That one's closed. That one's closed. Oh, and there's a mender. Let me talk to them. I need to fix my stuff. No, wait, not that one. That one's closed. Okay, there's only one open building. There's nothing here. What the hell is the point of having that area? Oh, damn it, where is it? the hell is it? This thing's useless, so I'm turning it off. I understand. It's fine. Where the fuck are you, little bitch? Where? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna go check a wiki. I think it's quest again. Sage Council. Okay. Okay, oh great. I can't, okay, hyperventilating in here. Oh, finally found you, little bitch. Oh, thank you. It's actually a template or for the Opera GX that makes it so that it uses sounds from Cyberpunk 2077. By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart any moment, and if the hull I designed buckles into the strain, the entire vessel may explode and launch, claiming that countless lives and dooming all mankind, but that is highly unlikely. Yes, yes, highly unlikely, highly... Oh my god. Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. I wonder if this is how the engineers on the NASA engineers who, or like the people who checked the Challenger felt, you know? Actually, no. Because by the, oh, actually, wait, was Challenger the first shuttle launch, or was it, or did they already have a few already? Behold, Cassie, through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos verily to a far greater number than we anticipated. Living Wake doth gather more lawports as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Alright. And that's when I realized the DNA would have been tampered with.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louis Soir, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
Breda.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one?
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I am.
Uh-oh.
Wilson and Blovida, Charlian's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh no.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Oh.
Arthur, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aw.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person. No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together. You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing. And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Hmm. Oh, Kathy, be sure that I am fine. I am so glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company, as difficult as it was to accept their kindness, would have been far harder than had I faced them alone. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, no. Last, my gratitude for lending courage to the Loporrit. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alice. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out of the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know that whose help she's less like to scorn. She's less like to scorn, not to mention that much to my misfortune. I can think of several other things I ought to be doing until later. This we're going on, no teleporting. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let me fucking take a goddamn... There we go. There she is. What's in the box? What the fuck? Squeal, squeal. Cassie, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Poria. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alphino should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. Deliver the crate of samples to Alphino. You'll have 3 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. So, can I use my, vehicle? Can I use my, no, I can't. I have to do it by hand. Or I have to do it on foot. God damn it. This sucks. Shortest distance between 2 points. Yeah. My unofficial catchphrase, which turns out to be an old meme from Code Geass, or a Code Geass fan sub or something, involving Shirley getting hung up on by Lelouch in the first episode. Oh, are you kidding me? The fate just decided to appear in this area. You know, you're helping with the crates, wonderful. You can put that there with the others. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? That's when I realized the DNA is... Oh, damn it. Ha, then I suppose I have to import the thing as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. Turns out that this is the base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. Huh? There's something in the box. That should be everything. You carried all of that at once. Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh hush, they're lighter than they look, and not everyone has your delicate arm. I suppose we should let someone know that we've finished. Oh my god. The Apollodon is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least, considering where you are. You might even learn something interesting. Yeah, I guess the comedic timing is on that comment was pretty good, I guess. Yeah, I gotta remember to, continue to write. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We brought samples from Shirley and Hamlet. Series 110? The crates are by the entrance. Ah, thank you. I had expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You are Fortuna's children, are you not? Alphino and Alice at your service. You're well acquainted with Father, I take it? Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studium. I remember when you were yay-high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we met. 'Tis good to see you again, wielding your father's no less. You knew our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. You can help with that in exchange for those sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Are you sure you want to find out what they got up to? Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Wait right there. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alphino and Alice. I'm certain they will be back soon enough. Alright. Southernmost. Where is that? Which way is south? South. Okay, southernmost structure. Oh, here we go. Are you not one of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the Aether Burner. The Apollin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents into my hands at last. As for your other tasks, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you Scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlayan has ever been a nation of the curious. 'Twould be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Quick and efficient, I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins' papers only needed to be delivered elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. Yeah. We return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, you will note. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a baby, struggled out of your swaddling clothes and... And it's quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we've asked to hear, not to reiterate. Of course. I've known your father for so long. I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Livy name garners such respect in Charlene is your family's storied history. Livy, you two can trace your ancestors directly to those who came aboard Nyan Krup's Hope, the lineage you can... Damn it. I've never thought so much of it myself, nor it's not as though our forebears founded our nation. We were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. That's why Nunkrup's pronouncement, announce ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason, has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, Archon Luswa looked not to Ninkrup's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his fears that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilization that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Luswa lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal, bring succor to those in need, Charlayan or no. No one loved and admired her grandfather more than his son. Yet Fortunato could not reconcile Luswa's deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunato agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunato's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure that you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. You should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable, he was with a kind of dumbfounded grin I had not seen since he took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. Stay the course. You're dead. You're all dead. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say, thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or cranky old coat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Hail, you three. Braha, surely Kokol hasn't driven you out of the forge already? For better or for worse, no. However, he has sent me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. Yes, of course you are. What about you, Cassie? Can you spare the time? Oh, jeez, of course. Perfect, this shouldn't take long. That's what they always say. Sorry. Alright. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Kokol wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Kokol's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of aether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire is the aspect of ether, and Brinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Shoreline Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way then. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire aether output. When I do, a large amount of water aspirated aether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this will attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself. Trust me. Can I ask you to put down any that draw too near? They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Of fucking course. Wait here, if you would. Okay. Let me switch over to my combat hotkeys, or... Oh, great. Okay. No, that wasn't too hard. Oh, wait. Maybe... I guess I spoke too soon. Oh. Did everything go smoothly out here? Not as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. Except Coco will have seen a difference in his forge planes by the time I return. Since I have you, there is another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone. You, and only you, have been to Elpis. As he has established, refined adamantite is a product of Alag, with the Emperor's twilight years, in fact. It is a material which saw much use as part of the Allagan's effort to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. So it would push further expand Alag's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above. Perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Amon wanted to travel the Sea of Stars. You remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? You seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like mine, have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? You know that, with relative certainty, that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alec that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zandi. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zandi's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zandi been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amun was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it's the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that which I do understand. That much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Coco is getting on? Alright, let's see. Whoops. Wrong one. Oh, ether current. Oh, and a thoroughly brief Coco on finance. Okay. Okay. Phew, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha, but there's not much left for you lot to do. Unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Coco Damco is, as usual, worked up over the Aether Burner. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do only... I hate waiting. I want that adamantite and I want it now. Jeez. Is that a reference to Willy Wonka, I think? You know, what's her name? That spoiled brat. His father owned a company or something. I want the golden ticket, Daddy, and I want it now, or something like that. Like, she had her father, like, had his employees, like, unwrap thousands of Wonka chocolate bars just to find the golden ticket, promising them a huge raise if they found it or something. Well, we share your impatience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish the sitting about's unbearable. Pity the forum rounds on recreational explosions. Oh my god. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated, get you gone and mistakes to make. My freaking god. I'm starting to think, I'm starting to imagine speaking with, like, Vinny's voice from Atlantis Lost Empire, the guy who's obsessed with explosives. Oh. Yeah, those. Oh, don't remind me. In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. And certainly there are better uses for your time. However, I will join you in Charlotte's Hamlet anon. Any smoke rising from the building behind me will be entirely unrelated to what I didn't say. Got it? Oh my god. This ought to be good. Wait, where the hell am I going? Of course I aggroed something. Wait. I can just teleport. Idiot. Your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Do 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 do. Kaboom!
All set, I take it?
Actually, no. I think
Finished what we could.
Demo Man
Delivered
suits
supplies,
his
tracked down
character
escaped
better.
animals, trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loporrits, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Kryl. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested, with all speed.
Oh, god damn it. Did he blow up the supplies? Or, wait, no. Or maybe there's we call it the what the hell are they called? The abominations or the blasphemies are showing up here. Hello, Dust of Nilla. You came just in time because I'm about to end the stream soon. As soon as this cutscene finishes, at least.
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
What the fuck? Wow.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12th? Surely, these can't all be.
No, they underestimated how they'd be able to. They underestimated how quickly they'd come through for them, or how thoroughly they'd come through for them.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamon shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. I played a vital role in keeping a lookout whilst our expeditionary forces secured the adamantite.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Oh, burn.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party. Hancock and Soroban. We come bearing relics both sacred and Allegan, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of the Kojin. Upon learning of your need, Bunchin bade me deliver it on behalf of the Blue with all haste. Fearing I could not swim here with the necessary speed, however, I thought to beg our Confederate allies for aid. To my delight, Hancock was already preparing for departure at the self-same port, and had space for additional cargo.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
You got help from the Garlean?
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Oh, wow.
when it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount. We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Wait, who?
Mother!
Holy shit.
Amelians.
I remain,
The
of
jig is
course,
up.
an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full. We can hardly take them with us on your teeny-tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlier. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
I was wondering that myself.
You brought the team.
Why didn't they ask Sid to help?
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
As you like as
Oh,
not
boy.
suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kroll's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshires, treasure hunters, not least among them.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat-Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, gave his assent.
I think it's supposed to be like an Indian accent.
Thus have I brought you
They're
his
based on
own
India.
worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent. Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the science end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a fake out.
Yes, Father?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Aww.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. 'Twas love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative.
if anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
What a what?
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to.
Amelians. Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Hold on. You know, this one seems the least pretentious.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Okay. Ah. Done yet? Come on. Finally. Okay, I'll go ahead and end it here. So, thank you all for watching me play Final Fantasy XIV tonight. And tomorrow, I think I'm going to play another game that I have in my backlog of games that I have in my library. Be another game I haven't played before. And on Saturday, they'll be playing more Atomic Heart. At least, yeah, they'll be playing, definitely be playing more Atomic Heart on Saturday. So I'm gonna play my outro. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night. Bye.
She left behind the life she knew, chasing dreams in skies of blue. No more chains to hold her down, just endless roads and city sounds. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. Hitchhiking through the desert sands, no control, no rules, no plans. Her father's shadow far behind, freedom's taste she's here to find. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The road is hard, the nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky, a girl who's never saying goodbye. Cassie's riding wild and free, a drifter's heart in harmony, streaming from the highway's light, a runaway in the dead of night. The nights are cold, but she won't trade it for the gold. The wind, the stars, the open sky. A girl who's never